Why is gold valuable? What is it good for? And why do people value it? What made people say, let's mine this out of the earth, risk our life fighting and dying for it? I refuse to believe that it's just because it was to be cut up into small pieces in exchange for goods and services. I think most people realise that that's just something that has happened over time. But most people I ever ask about why they think gold is valuable, they seem to think it's because of jewellery and things like that. Oh, it's shiny and it's pretty, so it was a decadence things for the elite in the past, and it's something that's reigned through the time. But I don't agree with that either, because jewellery is a way, most jewellery is just a way to carry around your wealth, and a relatively modern secondary function of gold. You can make jewellery out of anything that's shiny and whatever you want, really. Why go to such great extremes to just have jewellery? And why do people place value on jewellery anyway? What does jewellery do? What function does it serve? Gold is valuable because it is non-corrosive and it lasts indefinitely. So if you were to shape it into something like an image or an idol or some sort of message in shape, or engrave something in gold, or engrave something in stone and inlaid it with gold, if you wanted an important message to be remembered for as long as possible, this would be the most efficient way to do it. Books are good, but put a match onto a pile of books and the message is lost forever. Even just leave it outside in the rain for a few days and it's probably going to be destroyed. But gold can endure much more, naturally enduring the elements. I say naturally because it sort of implies that without human interaction, anyone can take the gold and remelt it down and change what its intended message was meant to be. But it's a tool for immortalizing people and ideas. When you look at ancient cultures who have, like, for example, common one is Egypt, ancient Egypt, you have busts of the pharaohs made out of gold. This is their image immortalized. Now, it's not that the pharaoh or whoever we want to talk about was made out of gold because the gold is the pretty decadent thing that rich people have. No, rich people have access to the resources that they need, so they use one that will last forever, and therefore it is valuable, not the other way around, if that makes sense. So imagine all the things that have been made out of gold in the past that have been destroyed and redistributed as something else for a secondary function of wealth. Why do the rich hoard gold in mass? Is it just so they have all of the monetary wealth, or is there some greater purpose for this gold? When you stack it in bricks, it's ready to be made and melted down into whatever you need it to be. I don't know if the people who hold most of the gold in the world understand the real value of gold, but gold is immortal. So to use this idea, or to think about gold this way, and then think about what it means for when we use gold for symbolism in myth and legend, all the things that are golden, they are things that are eternal, or immortal at least anyway. So we relate this to Draupnir. Odin's ring is made of gold. So what is the golden ring Draupnir? It is a golden memory. So in relation to the Draupnir strategy that I proposed, this is to highlight the utmost quality of what we are trying to create. I sort of spoke about numbers and goals and how to go about it, but what the actual information is, to speak symbolically, is memory preservation and understanding of tradition. to understand it properly, it must be made of gold. It must be made of immortal ideas. You can make things out of other materials, lesser materials, and they will not last as long. They will tarnish and they will not stand the test of time. Many people have gold in their blood, so to speak. They may just have some other crap overlaid it, and this could be symbolic for whatever their philosophical, religious, political ideology is at the time. And depending on how heavily caked on this substance is, we can chip away at it and find the gold inside. So that's something to think about when talking to people and trying to make them more like us. We can't turn lead into gold, and we've got to be careful that we're not just gold plating people as well. There's enough people out there who are, shall we say, made of something else but then gold plated, and these people are misleading our people as well, leading them down paths that are not truly as they were meant to be walked, shall we say. They're doing things that are counter to our ways of life, to speak very broadly. I hope you know what I mean. So that's all I have to say on that, just to highlight quality over quantity and what quality really means. Our gold is not like the gold of normal men. Thanks for listening.